So I've seen a lot of, and before we get into the video, those two holes in the back is not me. You know, I haven't got problems. I'm not a threat to society. That's just some construction workers. They're fixing stuff around the place. So yeah, don't mind that. But I've been seeing a lot of conversation going on in regards to female pretty privilege. And it made me wonder, is there such thing as male pretty privilege? So in order to find the answer to this, I decided to take on an experiment. Now, the preconceived notion of most men is that you can say anything you want to females as a handsome guy and you're gonna get away with it. Whereas an average guy, if he says the same thing as a handsome guy, he may come off as a creep.
You don't need all that makeup, you're stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Do you mind if I sit here?
Oh, sure, I was just about to start reading.
So in order to run this experiment, I decided to talk to females as a male model in a cringe, simp type of way, to see if I can get away with talking to females like that as a handsome guy, and mainly to see if male pretty privilege does exist. And the results I got, damn, it's crazy. So right now I'm on, hold up, I'm gonna put it right here. So right now I'm on Hinge, and the first girl that I matched with is an attractive female, and I messaged her and I said, first side quest, pick the kids up. Which is kind of a cringe thing to say, you know, talking to a female that you've never met before and already talking about the kids and imagining you have kids. It's quite a cringe thing to do. And she replied, yes, with an X. So I followed up with, you left them in school for 3 days. Shaking my head, what's your number? You're in trouble. Basically insinuating she left the kids that I said we need to go and pick up. I said she left them in school for 3 days because she didn't reply for about 3 days. So I said, what's your number? You're in trouble. What do you think she said? Let's find out. She said laughing emojis, about 4 of them, and then she did this emoji. She did this emoji right here. Yeah, bro, she licking her lips, bro. She licked her lips, and then she sent me her number. So I'm actually going to be calling her today, and I'm going to make sure to get that on camera. So that's the first girl already, and this is an attractive woman. So already I'm saying cringe shit, and I'm getting away with it, getting her to lick her lips and send me her number. So already this experiment is looking like male pretty privilege may exist, but experiment's not over. Let's go to one of the next girls I was talking. Damn, the experiment isn't over. Let's go to one of the next girls I was talking to. So we've got another female on Hinge, and she is an attractive female once again. This is Belle right here, and yes, she's an attractive woman. For sure, an attractive woman. Let's go to the chat. So I hit her up with, and this is because the reason I hit her up saying this, just to give you some context. She said my therapist, because Hinge gives you prompts that you can put to basically let people get to know you. One of her prompts was, my therapist would say, and then she put, I'm crazy. So she's basically insinuating that her therapist would say she's crazy. So I said, I'm also a therapist, and my diagnosis is that you're not crazy, you just need me. But it's hard not to laugh at this shit, bro. This shit is cringe. And then, now many of you guys have asked me, how do I get more out of life with my looks? And to be more specific, how do I make money off of my looks? Now I figured the best way to answer this question on a wide scale would be to create an ebook. Now for those of you who don't know me personally, I was in and out of foster care as a teen. I was also in a homeless hostel about a year ago. My mother and father were not active in my life. I was also sentenced to 2 years in prison and did 13 months about a year ago, while also having a physical disability that I'm about to get surgery for. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I've been at the lowest point you can be as a human being. And one day a light bulb went off, and I asked myself, how can I get more out of life with my looks? And upon figuring this out, I've been able to generate thousands on YouTube, thousands from modeling, and I've also been able to generate multiple sources of passive income with my looks. And I've put all of this into an ebook. And I've also mentioned alternative ways you can get paid from your looks outside of traditional modeling and YouTube. And it's only $10. And guys, if you apply everything I've put in the ebook, you're guaranteed to make your money back and plenty more. This book right here is a book that all handsome men need. All handsome men will maximize their life from reading this book. Link in the description and the comment section. And she said, maybe that'll work. We'll see. That's crazy. She's fucking with me, but let's keep it going. And then I said, my schedule is booked for the weekend. When can our therapy begin? She says, I'm working all of next week except Saturday, so just let me know when you're free and the plans. I've already got a link on Saturday. And I said some cringe shit. What did I say again? I'm also a therapist and my diagnosis is that you're not crazy. You just need me. Hey, I mean, it's not crazy cringe, but it's a little bit cringe. And then I said, alright, I guess I'll just bell you when I'm ready, because her name is Belle. And then that one, I left it there. She hasn't really said anything and I haven't forced it as well. That is another girl who's basically fucking with me because the way I look, because it can't be because of the game. I mean, unless one of you guys disagree with me saying my game is cringe on purpose for the experiment. Unless one of you guys disagree with me and don't think the game is cringe, like, I think this is pretty cringe shit. Like, I intentionally tried to think of the most simp cringe shit I could say, and they're fucking with me. Now, guys, we're gonna get onto the next girl. Now, this next girl, her name is Georgia. Now, out of all the women on Hinge, yeah, I'm just gonna put a picture up there. The other ones I was fucking with more for obvious reasons, but yeah. So this is Georgia, I think it's pronounced. I said, what else are you trying to manage? Because on her profile it says she's a key account manager. So I said, what else are you trying to manage? She said, I do enough managing. I'm trying to be in my feminine era. You know, one of those females all in her feminine era and shit.
You sure
So I said, and this is the most cringe shit of all the cringe shit I said in this experiment. I said, we'll get along well. I'm trying to be in my masculine era.
Really, nigga?
Masculine era. I'm trying to be in my masculine era as a man. I said that to her, bro. And you know what she said? Ooh, love that. Bro, you can't make this shit up. I told her I'm trying to be in my masculine era. I'm a man. You pretty much kind of need to be in your masculine era all the time. I mean, some will disagree, but you're a man. You can't really be, oh yeah, I'm in my feminine era, masculine. You can't really be doing that as a man. Females can get away with that, but as a man, that's kind of crazy. And she said she loves that. So I replied with, when you're tired of telling people off at work, come round so I can tell you off. She says, yes, please. You can't be too mean, though. I don't want to bite back. So I follow up with, don't worry. There's a time and place for you to bite back. Then she says, I agree. Tell me a bit about yourself. And then I say, I've got a car full of gas that's waiting for your location. She says, oh, wow. Very interesting. And then I finish it off with, when are you free this week? So, and then it's basically just fizzled out right there. I haven't pressed the issue. She hasn't pressed the issue. And then, trust me, I went in with this experiment. I literally went and bought a SIM card just so I can do this because I've been on the dating apps before. So I think when you've already made an account, they kind of like shadow ban you a little bit so you don't just keep making accounts. So I had to get a new number. So, yeah. And then I got another girl. This is all the way over on Tinder. Her name is Mia, you know, and you can see her right there. She's decent. She's decent. You know what I'm saying? Probably need to get a bit more steps in, but she's decent. And then she said in her profile about me, it says, sick of being single, to be honest. So I messaged her and I said, let's be sick of being single together. She says, agreed. What you doing, XX? And then I reply with, what day should we link and vent about the single life? Guys, this experiment so far is crazy. Like, I've been saying cringe shit. Like, I literally told a female I'm trying to be in my masculine era, and she ended up saying I'm gonna be basically pulling up on her. So it's like, it's crazy, bro. You can really get away with a lot of stuff as a man. But guys, I'm gonna be back because I'm gonna end up calling that female. You know the one I showed you at the start? I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna record it. I don't think I can FaceTime her because that might be against the law, but I'm gonna record it, and she's from where I'm from, so she might pull up. So keep tuned. So guys, the experiment is officially over. Now the results were quite interesting. So I did end up calling her and reaching out to her as I said I would, but the energy, it just wasn't there. And what I mean by that is, she wasn't really giving me anything. I would call her, it would be an excuse. You know, the typical stuff when a woman doesn't want to really talk to you, but she'll take your attention. So my conclusion to this whole experiment is that when you're attractive, you can get in the door. being attractive gets you in the door, whereas if you were an average guy saying the creepy stuff, well, it wasn't really creepy, but the cringe stuff that I was saying as a handsome guy, you probably wouldn't get in the door as an average guy if you were saying those things. But as an attractive guy, I was able to get in the door. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean anything is going to go beyond that door if you are handsome, because I always say it, if you're handsome and lame or saying cringe or simp things, it's not going to do anything for you. It's basically like your average looking guy, because it only gets you in the door, but then it's on you to follow through. So yeah, it got me in the door with her. She was entertaining my attention, my attention towards her, but it didn't really go anywhere after that. So conclusion to this experiment: if you're a handsome guy saying some cringe stuff and you're an average guy saying cringe stuff, as an attractive guy you can get in the door, but doesn't necessarily mean there's anything beyond that door. But it still shows male pretty privilege, because an average guy isn't even gonna get in that door if he's saying the things that I was saying. So it's an interesting experiment, and I do believe male pretty privilege does exist. Let me know if you guys would like to see more of these type of experiments in the comment section down below. I'm out.